Good morning, YouTube. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's a morning. If you guys just picked this up after our last video, let's go out here and see what's going on for this installment of RV Daydream. What the heck are you doing?
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
So this is probably going to be the view you guys are going to start getting when we first get up. Me coming out this door instead of the front door. Did a hurricane come through? This is one of those tropical depressions moving in. Is it a storm? No, it's the aftermath of a very slight chance of storms. Yeah, this was a very slight chance right here. It was a disaster. It was bad. We had to take this down because the wind was catching it, even though we had sandbags on it. And then we had that go on. What I think we're going to try to do, because we like the canopy with the blue sides and the blue top, is maybe see if we can retrofit it. What a disaster.
We moved fast last night after being dead asleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, can this go in the trash?
Yeah, that's trash. But yeah, we nonetheless, you can see what happened here, and the garage is so jacked up. And the funny part is we have people coming to buy stuff that's in the garage. Sounds like somebody back there with a chainsaw cutting branches.
Now they might be.
Yeah, that wind kicked up out of nowhere. So let's go look at the disastrous basement. And look at that. There's not a lot in here now, but it's pretty messy. I haven't seen it this empty. I don't think when we moved in it was this empty.
No, it may not have been.
I can't remember. No, like that one antique table's always been down here.
Yeah.
And then this, I'd said this in the past, so I'm not going to rehash it too much. This used to be covered up by a big curtain, and there was a bunch of stuff back there. And then, of course, there was a shower here, even when we moved in. So we were talking about maybe taking, and Heidi brought up a good point, if I can disconnect this right here, unscrew it with using pipe wrenches on the outside also. This is a hole in the wall already that goes all the way through, and since this water here is softened water, I might be able to add just kind of like a little connection to get outside, and we could hook up our water to our RV. What do you think, honey?
Depends on if we stay or not.
Yeah, well, yeah. If the house doesn't sell, or we need to come back for paperwork and stuff like that, I think probably what we would do is wherever we're parked at, whatever campground we're staying at, we would probably do some sort of storage thing. We would probably do some sort of RV storage, and at that point probably fly back, right?
Yeah.
We'd probably fly back if we have to do the closing on the house and just sign paperwork and that. I think a lot of that can be done online, but we would definitely have to get the house to the point where it's completely empty, which we're getting there. But we'd probably send one of our kids out or something and grab like all the security cameras and whatever else we may still have here that needs to go.
We're gonna make it pretty simple for anybody that would have to help us out.
So if we're coming back here because we have to, because the house didn't sell. See, I don't know why we'd have to come back here necessarily unless we just wanted to. But I wouldn't mind having the RV hooked up direct, to water the whole time. And we've never done that. The other thing I wouldn't mind doing is putting 50 amps accessible outside the door. Let me show you. This has always been our problem. You see where the fuse box is for the house, and the fuse box, I mean, obviously has to go all this way with wires, and then through this freezer room, which it does, and then I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this because it's awful dark, but you can see it's older wires. It's old Romex style wires, braided wire, whatever you want to call it. That's what feeds our garage. So even though it's a real thick cable, that's what feeds the garage from here. And that is quite a distance for it to travel inside the garage here. And then of course, or I'm sorry, inside the house. And then of course after that, it goes underground all the way out to the garage. So now you can see why I'm kind of challenged with wiring. So what we always planned on doing was having somebody come in and tie in, you know, a new breaker that was a dedicated 30 amp breaker and run it all the way over. Now Heidi had said, well, to save money, why don't I do all the work as far as running the wire? But I'm not an electrician. I would probably screw it up. So that's the answer to that. Plus, the other thing is the house is old. You know, like I said, this section of house you can kind of see from this point, and then you can see there's new wood there. When I say new, this was added on in the 60s. But from this point over all the way to the bottom of the steps, that's 1920s. This is a 1920s home. Some of the stuff that's up in here, you can kind of see old phone fixtures, and then newer phone fixtures. But yeah, you can see the old phone junction relay, whatever that is. This point on, used to be a room. There used to be a room here that went all the way over to where this brick wall is. I know this probably boring, but this brick wall used to be a little addition that was added on at some time in the I think it was the 30s, they said. So in the 60s, that's when this wall got knocked down, and they added this part of the house. And the funny part is between what I just said, the 30s and the 60s, the house was moved from where it was closer to the road up there and back here. So this basement's from 1955, but all the rest is pretty old. All right, like Heidi always says, enough with this episode of This Old House. Okay, so I never did show you in the garage. I forgot about that. You can see these arms just busted off. Well, actually, we had to twist them off. But the other thing I wanted to see is the truck, because this awning, luckily, it has all these plastic things on them, because one of them slammed up against the side of the truck and scraped itself down the side. And I don't see anything either. I don't see a single mark. Man, this aluminum is strong. You're right, Jay. Jay Hetty said they use a little bit thicker aluminum on the Super Duties than they do F-150s, and he said that these trucks do pretty well in hail storms. And yeah, I can't even see a scratch. I don't even see a mark or anything. I mean, nothing at all. Wow. How can that be? Oh, here we go. I found a little mark. Just a tiny mark right there. I don't know if you guys can see that because this camera's not set up for that. But there is a line. But it's that is definitely one of those you always kid around. Oh, it can buff out. That definitely is a buff out. Can you see it?
Yeah, now I see it.
Oh yeah, it goes here.
Yeah.
But it's very, God, it's hardly up, and then it comes down this way.
It must have been the wind then. When the wind caught it and we didn't have hold of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
We're gonna have to get the saw out today, honey.
yeah, probably. You know what? Let me look. Hold on. That's impossible.
What's impossible?
So the only thing that broke was those two legs, those two down legs?
Yep.
I'm contacting the manufacturer. I bet you they sell those parts. I have the manual somewhere, and I could have swore it showed all the parts. Yeah, there's nothing else broke. The plastic's not twisted or anything on any corner.
And I believe the legs that got bent were actually out here.
I don't remember. I think so.
Well, we were fighting with this thing.
Yeah, the wind. I mean, it was a big sail.
Trying to get it off. Trying to get the cover off.
Right.
Trying to get the sides off, the cover off.
If you guys remember, there was a bunch of clothes right here, and then we had moved all the dressers and everything here.
Look who's pulling in.
Who's pulling in? Oh, Steve's pulling in. So yeah, this was over here. Anyways, it knocked everything off. So I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look up to see if we can get those legs. That'd be awesome. All right, let's get to work. All right, guys. So the end of the yard sale. You seen the destruction that we had with the canopy. I guess the good news is the canopy can be salvaged. We had this uncovered briefly. It rained. We covered it back up. Our son-in-law and daughter came up. They did some organizing of the clothes, and then shortly after that it started raining. Of course, the baby stuff is still underneath here, and for the most part, we're getting rid of a lot of stuff through Facebook Marketplace, and we have deep discounted a lot of stuff. So you can see this crap out here is needing to be put away. All the clothes will go to Goodwill, or we have a place, a consignment shop that will take them. So maybe we'll do that. Again, the canopy, I have to buy some extra parts. You can see where the legs broke off. Aren't we noobs, huh? But the legs broke off. But apparently I can buy these legs, and I already checked the canvas part of it, and the canvas is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, I forgot. This was a casualty of all that rain and stuff that we were dealing with. So all right, we'll put that back up there. Steve's been here all day. He's been a godsend doing all this work for us. It's like having an extra hand. So other than what I just showed you underneath the tarps, which is mainly our daughters and son-in-laws, here we go. This is what it looks like. This is all the stuff going to Goodwill. Not a big deal, nothing unbelievable in there. Some really cool old manuals from 1972. Isn't that cool? I was telling Steve, I said, this is the way you used to work on cars. This is all I ever used for years. You could identify your car by the front grille, what it looks like. Let me get this down here. So let's say you had a Cougar, Montego, Maverick, Torino, Fairlane, Falcon, Mustang, Comet, but you're not sure which car you had or what year it was. There was an identification that would show you here. Let's see if I can find it. So you knew what your car looked like. Let me see if this one has it. It might be too many cars. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's how you knew what year Mustang you were working on, or what year Maverick or Montego or Cougar. So that's really cool. That's going, all that stuff's going to Goodwill. So let me turn off the light here. I think we're done in there. But in the meantime, down here, Heidi's on the phone making deals, wheeling and dealing. Steve's working. He's the only one working. Yeah, nobody else is working but Steve. Steve says, screw those YouTube guys. This stuff's all on, except this, our daughter stuff. This stuff's all on Facebook, or Facebook Marketplace. We got a lot of comments already because we're selling the stuff cheap. Kiss dolls, set of 4, kind of cool, huh? The TV's getting ready to go. The Wii, I think. The freezer, I don't know about that. But yeah, this is all pretty much cleared out here. Pretty much it's going. It's all gone. So nice. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, the joys of Facebook. So what do I have to do? I have to walk over here. Oh, a stick fell down. Oh, look, a squirrel. And I have to take the cover off of the septic system and maybe the junction box. I don't know, that's easy, you just lift it. But the septic system, have to take the cover off that. And yeah, it's time for the test. It's time for the septic guy to come out and do the test. I hope we pass. We've been talking about that forever. It's such a frustrating feeling because we've never had an issue with it, yet we've never tested it on any level. And it's the same with the water, the fresh water in the house. We've just never tested it for anything. Well, it looks like we left the chair out. Probably got some dew on it, maybe. So I got to go in and dig out some tools. Hopefully I can get to them. I think I can. And take that cover off. It's just a whole bunch of like 3/8 or 5/16 bolts that I can take out real quick. But let me flip you around and show you this. The only reason this thing's out is Heidi wants to sell it. I mean, it is a big tarp. We used it to cover the RV, and our old RV. We did a video on that, and it's been a great tarp. I was going to throw it away, and the guy Steve Gavinall, that did an incredible amount of help with us. He helped us so much, it's just incredible. Well, anyways, he said, why? He says, this is a good tarp. I'm like, we don't need it. I don't know why I'm messing with it, but Heidi seems to think that these big tarps are worth some money. So anyways, it's draped here so it can dry out. All right, now this is our daughter's. That's our daughter's. This is some camera mounts and stuff that we'll end up keeping. They didn't sell, they're brand new. I don't have a tripod necessarily that's that nice, so we figured we'd keep it. It's relatively slender. This is our daughter's. Of course, that goes back with her. This is part of the big tarp canopy thing. That step goes in our RV. Those are shelves. We still have that refrigerator freezer. It's on Facebook Marketplace. Somebody's getting that little stand right there. I'm going to give you the lowdown on everything because somebody will ask. All the tables will be picked up at some point. The shelves will be sold. Some of them. Most of them are going to go to our daughter's house in the basement, so we can put some stuff there. You know, keep paper, heirlooms. Not a lot. Not very much at all, but nonetheless, we're going to give them a bunch of shelves for their basement, and then we're going to utilize maybe one of them, maybe two, I don't know. The desk still needs to be sold. That's on Facebook Marketplace. Got a lot of interest for it. Of course, these are our daughter's chairs. We're probably going to sell these big tables that we put together. Maybe somebody wants them. Maybe we'll leave them in the garage for the next owner. I don't know. The metal shelves we'll get rid of. We're going to toss those with the scrap. Of course, this is our daughter's. The tire's still for sale. I can't understand. I would have jumped on this if I had a Super Duty truck. I think I have it like $75 now on Facebook Marketplace. And again, the only reason I don't want to use it is because it has a patch. The Weef, all this stuff's on Facebook Marketplace, and we got some interest on it. So I don't know all the details of. Heidi's got a lot of this stuff listed herself. So anyways, we got like 60 bucks on it. There's no controllers. Our daughter took it to a friend's house, and whatever the reason, they used it for a long time. When they gave it back, they decided not to give us the controllers. And it has a Wii Fit board. I don't know, maybe I need to become fit myself and use it. Under the drawer, we paid big dollars for these under the table drawers. So if you have an RV table that's flat underneath, you just screw these on underneath there, and it becomes add a drawer. That's what they call it, add a drawer. And they've sold it like Camping World and that, and they're expensive. And I have 3 of them there: a shorter one, a deeper one, and then a long one. The problem is every cabinet and every table that we have inside on the RV, it's got a lip on it, kind of like this. This is an exaggerated lip, but you can see it's not flat underneath, so you can't add, you can't add a drawer to that, because where you would add it would be too high. Now, this even has a lip on it. Well, even these have a lip on them too. So, like if I mounted it here, if you go to slide the drawer, it would hit the lip. So the old RV had a nice flat table, and it worked great. Anyways, I can't find any cabinets they'll work on, everything inside the RV, even the shelves inside the wardrobe and inside the linen closet inside the RV has a lip on it to where it's got to clear the lip. Now, one thing I didn't think about, maybe they drop. Maybe there's a 2 level to them. I think one of them there was double level. Maybe they make them to where, well, I'm glad I'm talking about this out loud. You know what, there is. I wonder if that would clear the lip. Holy cow, I might be installing these in our RV. Everybody could use a little space. I have so many little things, hard drives and stuff like that. If I sat at the table, it'd be nice to be able to access them. All right, again, look, squirrel, way off topic. Let me go ahead and, we're calling this the magic curtain now. My tools are back here. I got to get the wrench. Now don't be alarmed. There's really not a ton of stuff here. You can see the shield for the toe. That goes in the truck. The Blue Boy goes in the truck. The other big thing, the clam goes in the truck. The picnic table goes in the truck. The ladder goes in the truck. We'll throw a couple extra gas cans in the truck. The bottle jack goes in the truck. This big job box goes in the truck. This propane tank goes in the truck. And this toolbox here goes in the truck. That tote goes in the truck. And then, of course, this toolbox goes in the truck. I believe all that will fit just fine. We've measured it out, and you know, that's why we have an 8-foot bed. Everything should be fine. That'll be another video. We'll get to see how all this stuff fits and see if we have to do some more downsizing. In the meantime, let me find my tools that I need to do this job. And yeah, I can't wait. If this septic passes, oh look, blue screen. If this septic passes, man, are we in good shape. I mean, everybody out there is watching this. I know you're already, it's after the fact, but everybody cross their fingers.
You can see I'm putting the lid back on the old septic system here, and it's because the inspection went down. The inspection went good, and we think we're okay. We don't know for sure. He's going to be back in a couple of days to walk through the yard basically and make sure that there's nothing, what he kept on saying was pushed out, that nothing pushed out into the yard. I don't think there's going to be anything that pushed out in the yard, because we don't ever have anything pushed out in the yard. So what do you think, Heidi?
That's positive.
So
That's a positive thing.
yes, and our well, as far as the E. coli in the well, he said we should have an answer
And the water.
within a week, and that he said that we should have an answer in about a week's time. And even if our well, our freshwater well, has a level of E. coli, he says it has to be above a certain percentage. And he says even if it's above a certain percentage, it's really up to the homeowners and maybe the loaning bank to be concerned about it, meaning that certain loans that are taken out on the home, FHA, stuff like that, when they come out and inspect the home, if they find that there's not a passing water sample, then at that point it may throw up a red flag for them. But they were saying that we could still get our water, we can decontaminate, no, that's not what he said, sanitize. We can sanitize our well and it will pass. He says it's just a formal thing, and a lot of people say the same thing, and that is, oh, just people trying to put their hands out and get some money for something. So we're in good shape, because the amount of water that he ran was 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And Heidi ran the water. He didn't run the water. and you know we're using it. I mean, I'm not going to use the water in the RV, so we've been using it, and I think everything's good. I mean, this feels like a win, right?
Yep.
And then of course you guys have already seen, or maybe I'll talk about that real quick here. Ask Heidi about all the stuff we took to Goodwill.
The truck was full.
We took a truck.
The truck and the crew cab part.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff. We're doing good, and we got Facebook Marketplace stuff being sold. This is a good day.
Yes, it is.
I think we should take a day off and relax. What do you think?
Go turn the air on in the camper.
Yeah, we can do that. All right, let's pick this up later. All right, so Heidi's clearing off the filters for the air conditioner for the bedroom. So after the county came and we had already gone to Goodwill and everything, what have we done after that?
Well, we did a few things. We straightened
up
the driveway.
Yeah, you can see here we took down.
We didn't want to leave it to make it look like we were going to have another yard sale or garage sale.
Well,
we're pretty much
rain.
done. Right. It looks like rain.
Now I've got. We made the good call. I made the call. Heidi wanted to sneak out a couple more days of yard sale, and I pretty much convinced her, which didn't take very much, because she agreed right away, that we were done with the yard sale, and the reason is because the storms, I didn't want to deal with them like we did the one night.
Because it literally said 50% or more every day this week.
They didn't say that initially. But when we made the decision, we checked it the next day, and it was nothing but rain for like a week. So all I could think about is, man, I'm glad I didn't, let Heidi push me over on that one and say, no, let's just do it for a couple more days, because it would have been bad. So
it's working out, though, how we're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
We saved some stuff that we knew that we could sell, and we're selling it, and I think we're selling it at a pretty good pace.
Yeah.
Considering, I don't know, I just sold 3 bowls for $15.
Yeah. A tarp. We got potentially a tarp.
Yeah, we sold some.
I sold a USB webcam. Air tools. Yeah, there's something. Let me tell you about that. All right, so I come back here because we got more people coming. Heidi's selling stuff, but trying to put it in perspective. We're just selling stuff to get rid of it. We're selling it pretty cheap, and we're not asking a lot of money. And to give you an idea, the one guy came and bought 2 air tools for $20 for the pair. He got in his car, he looked at them, he got back out, and he said, you know what? He says, those things are worth $20 a piece. So he gave us another $20, which is kind of funny that he didn't even squabble. As soon as he got them, he's like, got back out of his car, walked up and gave us another 20. He said, these are worth $20 a piece easily. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I was just wanting to sell them. And Heidi, of course, she goes, well, all right, Yeah, this is, you can see the clouds behind me. So we know that there's a chance of something going on. So as far as what we were talking about earlier on my, when Heidi was holding my cell phone there, man, I'm optimistic about the whole thing, and neither Heidi and I want to get real excited at this point, but it all, the old magic 8 ball, all signs point to yes. Man, it looks like that our septic should pass. Like I said, I don't know why it wouldn't pass, but it looks like it's going to pass. So this is like, oh my God, it's such a huge relief. I mean, that's all I can describe it as, huge relief. So we'll see. He's going to come back in a couple days, like I had mentioned. I don't want to rehash this. He's just basically said he's going to walk through the yard, make sure he don't see any dye that has come up, and then he'll get the results from the well water test. And the well water results, that's not going to hold us one way or the other, which is really good, because that's just something that we'll have to deal with the new owners if for some reason it doesn't pass. But like I told him,
I said, listen, our well water, I've always bragged about it and said, you know, how good our water was and that we've never had an issue. And I said, so I hope that still holds true. You know, all these years I've been saying that. I mean, we used to drink the water right from the faucet, and he said something about, you know, people build up tolerances to that stuff and you know, all kinds of good information. But then I asked him, I said, as far as a percentage wise, I said, how many wells, you know, even like in this area? He said, I've only had, he says, in the last like 7 months, 2 wells that didn't pass. And he said one of them was a new build, and they had all kinds of like UV lights and stuff that were hooked up to the water system to fight microbes. He said, so they had kind of a weird issue. And he said in the other one, he said, it didn't pass. He says they went through a sanitation on their wellhead, and he says, and then it passed the next time. He said, so he's going to test it and come back with his results. So I'm very optimistic about it. But let me turn you around. Again, I don't want to rehash this, but it's a big deal, man. This is a big deal. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it, but just think about it. If this comes back yes, this now puts at bare minimum an extra $7,500 in our pocket that we have set aside, and as much as $11,000 that we have set aside. We have $11,000 that we've scraped together and pieced together along with this yard sale that we've set aside just for this reason. So that money will help considerably with the, you know, our house selling, closing costs, negotiating prices, maybe doing some updates inside for the next owners, maybe to help the house sell if we find out that, you know, maybe like they want it repainted or they wish it had new carpet or something like that. We now have that money that we can do that. So, man, just a huge relief. I don't know if you can tell, the lawn company should come tomorrow as long as it's not raining, but you can see with this semi-drought that's going on, you can kind of see the way the grass is growing in certain areas, and basically those are the leach lines from what I can tell, and how the grass does have some sort of water source that it is you know, receiving on some level, but real deep, obviously really deep. But I've walked out here in my bare feet plenty of times, and even just recently. I mean, hell, we walked through here today and there's nothing here. There's nothing that makes me think that we have any kind of a septic issue, a leach issue or anything like that. So I don't know. Like I said, we have to just wait for him to come and do his little survey and check it all out. But looks pretty good to me as far as I can tell. I need to get real close down to here to see if there's something that stands out, but nope, looks pretty good to me. All this rain that we have had or haven't had, and then these storms, how they just kind of like pop up. The only reason I'm looking at this is because look how green it is. Obviously this is getting a lot of water here, huh? But I can walk through there and jump up and down and stomp and everything. It's hard as a rock. All right, can't wait. Hopefully everything turns out great. La 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 la. And we've been burning a lot of crap here. You see what's going on here. What a disaster, huh? All right, so we're in the middle of a couple of projects because we're trying to get settled in the RV and trying to find places for my video gear. This is one of the negatives that I talked about, I think, on the video about these Rockwoods with the dinettes. Not the freestanding dinette, but you know, the booth dinette. Why is this drawer so thin, so skinny? It could be so much wider, and why isn't it the full length? There is no access to this storage unless you remove the panel here, and obviously they put a hole in the wood so you could do just that, but it seems odd. So we're probably going to end up cutting an opening in the front of that back there so we can slide this stuff in and out a little easier. I'm sure that would, you know, be okay. But yeah, we've got all kinds of camera gear and stuff that I told her, I said, we'll just hide it back there. You know what else we could have done? We could have put our, what's that stuff called? Our winter clothes and stuff in here. You know, like all our winter jackets. It all could have easily. I know we have a tote. We have a tote down in the bottom of the RV bay that we can use, but Yeah, I just find it ironic that they have storage available, and again, you guys know what a premium storage is in these RVs, and they don't give you easy access to this unless you remove the cushions from the dinette. Don't get me wrong, it's not like this is hard labor, just standing up pulling the cushions off, but I think it'd be nice that you don't have to do that if you need to get to this stuff. Just a thought, just to let you know. Reason I'm shooting with my phone, my camera went dead. Heidi also made it, don't look at the bed, don't look at the mess. All these
Turn the lights off.
Yeah. Heidi made it black in here. Here, let me see. It's daylight outside. What time is it?
I don't know.
She's trying to tell me what time it is, so I can tell you how much daylight's out there. It's a sunny day. Anyways.
9:30.
Okay, so it's 9:30. The sun's to that side there. The camera does a great job adjusting to the light, but you can see the light that's filtering through there. We like that this is real easily, removable. We just slide it up to, here, let me do this real quick. We just slide this up. You can see how bright it is outside. And it stores itself. And we can open that window if we want a cool breeze, at night. We don't want to run the air conditioning. We just want to run the fans. And then when we need this back, we just pull that down. But it's kind of nice, as far as how much light she has blocked out of here. And then in the front window, we went ahead and did, oh, you can see my hand. You could do a Reflectix up there in that automotive style windshield. So, yeah, that's what she's been doing today. And again, we're just trying to get settled in. As the house is being emptied, we got to find a place for everything. And there's a lot of stuff out here that don't belong. But the computer's not one of them. So I got to go ahead and set up the rest of the computer station. I just got done shooting a video about these added drawers that we added in here. And also in the bedroom. I don't know if you've seen that with the lights on, but let me zoom in for you. Yeah, there's an added drawer right there and a big added drawer right there. These things are pretty cool. Heidi likes them. So we're getting to work and moving in the RV. The house is still for sale. We haven't sold it. Yeah, but yeah, we're to the point where we have to do this. Eventually we're going to get in here. So as we're cleaning out the house, because that's what we got up this morning. I said, what do you want to do? And I said, well, we need to straighten out the RV because we had a lot of yard sale stuff in here, and our grandson was in here, so a lot of his toys were in here and stuff like that. And she says, well, I think maybe we should straighten out the house. I said, well, I agree. However, there's stuff that's in the house that need to come into the RV, so we have to get the RV organized first, get rid of everything we don't need necessarily in here, make it clean for the most part and organized. Then we know what stuff we have room for and what stuff we need to get rid of in here, and maybe even in there that we thought originally maybe might come in here, but we just don't have the room. We haven't brought very much stuff out, have we? Other than all the computers, right, Hyde? Yeah, just the computers and all the camera gear. I don't think anything out here. Yeah, that's it. So let me get to work because this ain't gonna get done by itself. Oh my! Look at all this stuff we got in here. So Revelations. We still got a lot of stuff. We still got a lot of stuff we're getting rid of. But even the stuff that we planned on bringing out here, that we already figured we'd bring out here, my other screen, I usually work with a 4K screen that is in addition to the laptop. I know I can't bring that. So I'm going to have to sell that, even though I just paid like $500 for that just 2 years ago, and it's still worth, it's damn near perfect. Not a big deal though, we're getting rid of stuff. Had a creeper on Facebook Marketplace come out. He was an odd one. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, that was actually the only odd one we've had so far in this whole mess. We are definitely taking it easy though. It is 2 o'clock, 2:33 maybe. Let's set the timer on the microwave. 3:30. Okay, 3:30. Heidi and I is just going to sit here and have some drinks because we can. We're going to have something, some dinner delivered a little bit later from one of the fast food places, just to make it easy. We have the air running again. We're on 110 out here. We have a nice list that we have to do that we've got, set to where we're trying to pay attention. We do have to load up all of the shelves, like I said earlier, and take those over to our son-in-law and our daughter's house. The reason that we're not is because I have a couple of components that are being delivered. I have a computer issue, a laptop issue. Hopefully you guys are seeing these videos in a timely manner. But yeah, it's intermittent, and it's enough that it's a problem. I was in the middle of editing a video the other day, and out of the blue it just went to a blue screen. Good thing he's an IT guy. He came out and he says, "Oh, I can tell you exactly what happened," and said, "You got a memory problem," which of course I got a memory problem. I'm getting older. But anyways, I ordered some parts and he said he would install them, so we're trying to do one big trip, take everything over there, and at that point hopefully he can do the computer repair relatively quick at the same time. Alright, with that said, today is Tuesday as we're filming this. I don't know when you're watching it, but as we're filming this, and we have an appointment on Friday, so we're going to hook up the RV and take it up to the dealer. They're going to do their once around and say, "Yep, I'm sure your windows need replaced." I don't know what they're going to do, to tell you the truth, but I guess we got to go there for an appointment for them to say that. And then they'll go ahead and order the windows, and they don't know how long, do they?
He said the stuff has been pretty good. The windows haven't been an issue.
Okay.
Probably if they're still building.
Okay.
Some things have been issues. He said he hadn't had any issues with windows.
Okay, cool. We're running the refrigerator on propane, and we run our hot water tank on propane. We finally ran our other 30-pound bottle down to whatever that little thing says. There's empty, then 1, 2, 3, and then full. So I'm guessing it's a third. So it's down to a third of a tank. So we're still running on that, but in the meantime, we have full propane barbecue style tanks that we plan on taking with us when we start traveling. Again, something else I guess we plan on taking, and we don't know if we're going to be able to. And I went ahead and hooked up one of those. So on Friday what I'll do is I'll put that empty 30-pound back on there, and we'll drive up, and we will just ask them to fill it, because they have a filling thing right there. What else? You got anything you want to add? It's hot outside.
It was pretty warm.
It's 90. We have severe storms coming through. Got all kinds of watches and everything.
Looks pretty cloudy, dark clouds.
Yeah, the wind is starting to blow pretty healthy, to the point where we put the awning in. But yeah, it's kind of strange because the yard sale's done, and we know we could go out and work our butts off, but we've done that for a few days with the yard sale. But if
we're just gonna take it easy.
we're just gonna we're gonna take it nice and easy, and basically we're still kind of holding our breath to some extent about the septic, because if the septic passes, it's a whole, like I said, a whole different ball game. What do you think? I'm gonna turn this around on her. What do you think your reaction is going to be, knowing that we don't have to spend $7,500 to $11,000 on this house to
I'd like to do a little bit of work in the house.
I'd like to pay for somebody to do a little bit of work in the house.
Maybe we can get Dave to do it.
Yeah, we have a friend that does painting. We might do painting.
Feel the wind?
Yeah, the wind is moving the RV right now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we're kind of getting
That tree over
broadsided.
there is like,
Yeah. And it's bright and sunny out, so you know that's a bad sign. But yeah, but what's your thoughts about, I don't know.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
We can
Do anything.
Yeah,
It's just
it'll be things will be easier.
right.
Things are just slowly lining up. that was the big deal of us getting that inspected and passed. So
If it, yeah, we just got,
should know this week.
yeah,
And let's just hope that it does.
that'd be awesome.
It'd be really awesome.
Yeah, that is so awesome. If it passes, I don't even know what to think. Drinks for everyone. No, we have.
We still need to watch our money.
Yeah, we definitely have to watch our money. That actually, the money that we were going to end up using, I mean, it's sometimes your finances become awful fine, and that money that we were going to use was actually something that was going to help us get through the winter, because if the house didn't sell, we were going to be, we're paying for the house, and even though the utilities will be reduced, and when I say, the electricity, the gas, all that stuff, we still have taxes, we still have house payments, we still have, the insurance for the house. I still have to pay for, even though, again, it's reduced, I still have to pay for high-speed internet on some level. So, we can have the cameras that monitor the house. We can control the lights. We can control the heating and cooling. We can keep an eye on everything. We'll get alerts when, like, somebody pulls in the driveway or somebody looks in a window. So we need to have a bare minimum amount of data to be able to do those things. And what we wanted to do is come up with a lump sum of money that we could draw from to do that, instead of worrying about, okay, whenever I get paid and we have, our utilities go out and we're paying for gas while we're on the road, we're paying for food while we're on the road, we're paying for whatever other expense we may come across. We were hoping that we could have the money that's coming in from me, my income, take care of that, and then that lump sum take care of the house payment, and again, all those other things that were involved. So it's going to be nice to know that money is there, and we'll go back to our original plan again. But hey, I'm not. Heidi will be the first one to say it, and I'll be the second one to say it reluctantly. I mean, it's a little scary. There's some. I mean, we've got it planned out pretty well, but we don't want to make a big mistake. We don't want to make a move that is a big error. So that's it. We thought we'd touch base with you guys because really, I'm waiting for some parts to come for the computer. They keep on bumping the delivery time later. Now it's like 6:45 tonight. It potentially could be delivered. We have a lot of stuff listed on Facebook Marketplace for sale, so people are contacting us about that. And we got to get something to eat. And like I said, we thought we'd have a couple drinks. I haven't had anything. Just to kick back and relax, kind of reward ourselves. So any other great words of wisdom that you want to share with everybody, impart on everyone? All right, we'll pick this up later. It might be tomorrow morning. I don't know. I have a lot of computer work, so we might be able to post this video. So we'll close this out.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that sounds good. So scream it out there, woman.
As always, we hope to see you out there. Bye.
Bye.